Sup. My name is Ryu for TheCouncilNetwork. Welcome to the Doctor Strange official trailer 2 breakdown video. For obvious reasons, I cannot post a trailer that has copyright material. Even if most people would see it as fair use, it's kind of a thing, just saying. So, I'm really excited for this movie because going in, I didn't know what to expect, but the second trailer is just making me that much more hype. It looks like we get the crash that basically puts him, puts Doctor Strange into trying to heal his hands to get this whole thing. But I think this is going to give a whole new dimension to the Marvel Universe that has not been there before. And yes, Loki is a magic user. Yes, Thor technically uses magic in some degree. But this is a whole new ball game that warps dimensions. And we've only seen a taste of it with Loki. We've only seen a taste of that warped dimensions with Ant-Man. I think it's going to give us a whole new thing. I'm kind of getting Inception vibes from the trailer because you see the way the world warps, which isn't a bad thing. I don't mean to sound that way. I like how they basically they can rip holes and like travel across the world really quickly. I believe if I don't mistake this, I believe that's the actual thing. I like how Doctor Strange basically says, "How do I learn this? How do I learn to do this?" Well, how did you learn to do medicine? I took years and practice makes perfect, and obviously we see that here, and I like how it's played out. So I don't think the movie's just going to play out in the span of a week, or a month, or a day. I think it's going to be a span of years, played out in the first movie, how he actually becomes that mantle of Doctor Strange, and that makes me really fucking excited. We get to see the villain. I'm not too familiar with the villain, any villain for Doctor Strange, so that makes me more excited to go see this movie, because I don't know what to expect. And coming out of it is pretty much a good experience, to say the least. But the trailer looks crazy. It looks like if it took the Marvel Cinematic Universe, flipped it on its head, and said, guess what, we're going to take it to 21 instead of 11, which is Avengers, and go. I just can't wait to see Doctor Strange with the rest of the Avengers. I can't wait to see how that whole thing plays out. We get Baron Mordo. Baron Mordo looks really good, I gotta admit. I can't wait to see him, get to that level of, I'm going to be the villain. I'm not going to be the villain in the first one. But I like how they're doing that. He's working with Doctor Strange, and obviously, at some point, he's going to become the villain. I like how they mentioned, Doctor Strange, be careful of the magic you're using. And I live in New York, so seeing New York collapse in on itself, kind of like that Inception thing, is making me, look through Manhattan and go, how the hell do you actually pull that off in a movie where everything's, collapsing in on itself? That, just, it's candy for the eyes. There's no other way to describe the hype madness I have for this movie right now. Because it just, it's flipping dimensions in on itself. That's something we haven't had in the MCU. So, the one thing I do have to laugh, and I didn't expect from this in the trailer, was that Mordo hands Doctor Strange a actual, card, and he goes, is this, some kind of password? He goes, yeah, it's for Wi-Fi. What did you think we were? Mongolians or something? It just, that shit made me laugh because I wasn't expecting it. And that's the beauty of Marvel, you can go into a Marvel movie and actually enjoy it. It doesn't have to always be upbeat, but you can just enjoy it for what it is. And the cast for this movie is just ridiculously good. Not to put down anything else that's coming out, but I'm really amped for this movie. So, just closing thoughts, because this is the last trailer video I have to basically pump out to you guys. So that way we're done with trailers and we can get to the episode reviews for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and for Gotham and try to get them out in time to when the next season actually comes in. I'm really excited, but I don't really know what to make of Doctor Strange because I've seen him in, if you guys remember, the Spider-Man, the animated series from 1994, 98, somewhere around there. It had a really good run. It had some crazy-ass stories where Mary Jane was brainwashed by this whole cult group that used magic, and then Peter Parker had to go find Doctor Strange to, team up with them. That's what I'm talking about. That was the shit. So, I can't wait to, just have the Doctor Strange universe open wide and be like Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time, where you go and you don't know what to expect. And I think that's the greatest payoff, because the fans of Doctor Strange will know what to expect to some degree. They'll know what to look for. But people like me, people like you maybe, who don't know Doctor Strange as much, we're going to enjoy this movie that much more because we don't know what to expect from it. And when that payout, because Marvel does make really quality movies, when that payout comes and it's just fantastic, we're just going to be sitting there with our mouths on the floor like, oh, I want another one. You know, maybe not everyone, but I think most people will. So, guys, let me know what you think down below, and it's been an honor to cover all this Comic-Con stuff, but it feels good to be completely done. So I will see you guys on the next video. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Peace.